Hello friends, Captain Mavic here again. Today's video I am going to tell you about how to hopefully not get stuck in a tree. So one of the things that I've been doing is when you fly a quadcopter you have a arm switch. So I actually have a double arm switch. I followed Joshua Bardwell's video on it so I can arm it.
Oh yeah, that was the right switch.
But it's not until I hold the momentary switch on that they actually engage. So I use that for my freestyle quads, but for my race quads I don't. I just actually have it so the arm switch is a on and off, and so that way if you crash upside down you can flip the direction and then flip it back over turtle mode and get back up flying again quickly. So one of the things I've been doing when I fly indoors where we fly is it's a sports complex for batting and baseball and so forth. So there's actually nets up in the ceiling at 25 feet or so. And if you go off course and jump up towards the ceiling, there's a good chance you're going to get stuck in the net. Because on my quad, and like most of them, the props actually spin in. So if they're spinning in, and if you go towards an object or net, the props are going to suck you in and kind of, since they're engaged, hold you into that position. So some people have actually switched the direction of the props so that they spin out so that you don't have that problem. So one of the things I've been doing just to kind of get myself into practice is if I'm going out of bounds or up and so forth where I don't want to get stuck, I'll go ahead and cut my throttle immediately. It's kind of a secondary reflex now, and hopefully when I get stuck, or hopefully when I hit the object, since the motors aren't spinning, it'll just kind of bounce and fall down with gravity. So here's what we're going to do for today's video. You see this tree right here? I picked a low tree so that I can toss it up about head height or so, and then hopefully it's scraggles to see, kind of like a Plinko game, whether or not the tree's going to catch the quad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss it 5 times without the propeller spinning. So basically the motors have been shut off. I'm just going to toss it into the tree and see if it can fall down just with gravity. Then I'm going to turn on the motors and toss it into the tree and see how many times out of the 5 tosses it gets stuck. So that's the challenge today. I don't know what the outcome is, but I figured since I crashed my quad and before I go through and make repairs, let's go ahead and beat it up a little bit more. What do you say? Let's get started. Alright, so this first test, I'm going to toss it 5 times without the motor spinning and see if it falls down to the ground. So let's actually, for fun, turn on the GoPro camera. Toss number 1. Toss number 2. So far, 2 for 2. Gravity wins. Toss number 3. Toss number 4. Hey, we got a winner here. Toss number 5. Yep, got a second winner. So, it depends on how thick the trees are. So out of the 5 times without the motor spinning, it got caught 2 times. Now I'm going to spin up the motors and toss it into the tree 5 times and see how many times it gets stuck. Alright, 1. Well, that was interesting. It actually got stuck in there. I don't know if you got that on camera or not, but it got stuck and I had it in air mode and I wasn't doing any throttle, anything like that. It actually was trying to take off by itself, and actually once it got free, I chopped the throttle. So that was interesting. Okay, toss number 3. Got stuck that time. Toss number 4. Toss number 5. So, what have I learned from this? I have air mode flying on this, and when it gets stuck, it tries to take itself out. So I guess it's potluck chance on what's going to happen. So I think I'm going to still, if I'm heading towards a tree or you know, a net or anything like that, I'm still going to chop my throttle off and hope for the best and let it fall and take the damages. So thanks for joining me. See you out there on the field, hopefully.